All right, guys, welcome back. We are watching Oshi no Ko, Season 2, Episode 9. Last time, Kana, I did it. She took the stage. She didn't shrink back and hide, and she channeled some of that inner, I guess old Kana in a way, right? Managed to not be afraid. Akane was happy. It worked out very well in the end for those two, I suppose. Meanwhile, Aqua is not not having a great time. Not at all. He's really channeling that inner rage, I guess, as Gotanda put it. It's like his only way he can act, his only way he can do anything is to just channel this horrible pain that he feels and make himself suffer. Which isn't good. Is that I don't know, is that surprising? Probably not. So I don't know. What are we gonna do with him, huh? It's I don't know. I don't know. It feels like the play must be nearing the end because I think like the battle has happened. Princess Saya like died kinda. She's not gonna be dead, right? I don't know how it like is actually gonna go in the story of the play or whatever. And I assume that's like the end, right? So maybe we are wrapping up the play now. I don't remember if this season, I'm pretty sure this season has 12 episodes, right? The first season only had 11. So we still have a few episodes left. So I guess I wonder, not to just wildly speculate, but if the play does wrap up, I wonder what the last like few episodes of the season would be, right? Because we have like several left still. I don't know. I mean, we'll see when we get there, obviously. Okay, so watch episode 9. You can line your own copy up with this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna read the lyrics. I feel like I never read them that carefully. See, a lot of them, I think, like all that stuff at the beginning, feels like it's very aqua coded, right? Like, hmm. These subs are so well done with like the songs though. Like, hmm. Yeah, it all feels so like Aqua. Hmm. No, I really think this is one of my favorite openings in like any show I've ever watched. It's so good. It's like the energy. Ooh. Oh no. Don't show me that. Ugh, look at Ruby. Yeah, it was impressive. Oh. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, like what she would think if she saw him now. Like, oh man. Hmm. Oh, that was a cool shot. Oh, the music. God, look at him. Like the pain. Unbelievable. Ah, God. Ah, man. Oh, not allowed to have that though. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, the color. Oh, he himself enveloped by that. Oh, God. Oh, this scene. Oh, man, his face there. Oh, like the music. God. Oh, but she died for the sake of everyone, right? In some weird way. Yeah. Oh. Which I feel like that's something Aqua has done in a way as well. Viewing it as his problem, his wounds, no one else's. It's like, obviously, there's like an eye analogy here, right? Like, it's like, but it feels like such an unfair way to view it, to view her death, even. But I guess that's like what being an idol is, I suppose. That's how I viewed it. Oh, not this music. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Would have taken a miracle, huh? Not a standard you could actually hold yourself to. Oh. Oh no. If her eyes had just opened, if she'd just been okay. Ah, oh, no blood at all. Oh, God. Oh. Shut up. Uh, if only, right? Like, God. Yeah, that's just this poor kid whose mom got brutally murdered. Like, that's really all it is. Oh, yeah. Oh. God. That's it, huh? Oh yeah, it's like on on Love Now when she just I love seeing these three again. Mainly Yuki, but ooh. Do you feel like she lost? I wouldn't say that. Come on. Oh God. You were both incredible, right? I mean, you should use it as motivation, right? Ruby. What did she think seeing Aqua like that? Oh God, she's got to be so. I don't know. That's right. They have to keep putting this on. It's like, oh God. Yeah. Hmm. How did she feel seeing it all? Wonder if she feels like they're like holding her back or something. The whole idol thing. I don't know. Hmm. I don't agree with that. Come on. Does a real genius exist in that way? Everyone feels like that. Oh, they both feel like they lost. Oh, look at that. Yeah. But people felt the same way looking at you. So, oh, I'm sure she has feelings about that, though. Yeah. Oh, God. It's like happy tears, right? Which, Kana, come on. Neither of them are just gonna be able to win, you know? Like, oh, really? Hmm. God. They're all busy, huh? Hard to imagine that they have so many things going on other than this. Yeah, there's so much. I mean, it feels like it was a lot of ad libbing and stuff going on, you know? Oh, all of them. Aqua, Melt. Maybe. So, well, something like that. Maybe. Hmm. Ones that specifically, you know, I guess, if you say so. A lie. That they have like something special. Oh, star quality, huh? I see. I think Akane certainly has that too, then. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like he's being creepy. He's analyzing it. Right. I want to say Melt has the most potential, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Melt fanboy. Oh, Aqua? He is in the middle there. Maybe. Oh, he's watching the people leave, their expressions. Even though he can't even see most of them, but sure. He can see their body language and stuff, which that's also important. Ah, it sure was, huh? Gotanda, have a talk with your son, please. Ooh, Ruby's attitude. Aw, let's go, Melts, talking to them. Oh. Oh, right. DNA. Did you find anything? Okay. God. Okay. Right. Because, I mean, because again, it's like this was La La La. That was, easy to forget. That was his stated purpose for being involved here in the first place. So, God, what are these credits? Aw. I like these two. Taking, like, the center stage here. Ah, no, it was so good. It was so impressive, just I mean, obviously just like there were some absolutely absurd sequences, just animation wise and everything. This whole I mean, I think this has been my favorite part of the show, for sure. These last like few episodes. I mean, it's been so incredible. Ah, I just don't even know where we go from here for like half of the characters. Oh, the different factions separated, of course. God, that's such a cool way to do it. Ah, so many people. Yeah. God, and they gotta keep doing this for a month? Like, oh, they're all gonna come together like at the end of the opening, I'm sure. Kamoshida, I know what to think about you, but oh god, look at that. Kana's face, like, come on. I don't know how long the play was, like, for the audience, like in universe. Ah, is that really the end? That's crazy. Ah, she loved it, right? Ah, it makes me so happy. Oh, and like yeah, in between them. I love that. Beautiful. Perfect. It is sad that that stage, that it's like that was a real stage in Tokyo, has shut down. Oh, yeah, I can't imagine the amount of like work it has to be. Like, do they have to do it again tomorrow? Like, all right, Akane loves the planning and all of that. Okay, okay. Oh, that look, the DNA tests. I don't know. I yeah, I was gonna say like whatever he says, Kana's doing. What are we doing, Kana? Ginger ale, right? God. Mm-hmm. Having debates about the fundamentals of acting. She always does the cooking, right? That's what she said. She just wanted to be with you, Aqua. Come on. Right. Which, like, I mean, literally no way this guy's your father. So, I don't know. But does he know something? Is there some kind of... I don't know. Right. Oh, probably, yeah, since the beginning. Hmm. Okay. Makes sense. Kana. So, one of those would assumedly be their father, right? Ooh, I see. How do you get him to talk? Oh, helping him out, huh? Himekawa, you do not know what you're getting yourself into, but oh god, just get him drunk to get him to talk. Right. Hmm. I guess. Wonder if it's a little bit more than just embarrassing, but hmm. I see. There's a lot of luck involved. It's- what is going on? Right. I'm sure. Yeah. So, what is the relationship? Yeah, right? Oh, like I. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure he's thinking the same thing. I. Oh. Acting of someone who's imperfect. What a shot. I see. I think. Doesn't everyone feel like that in some way? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. I mean, if he has to do that over and over again, he's gonna lose his mind. Oh, I just right. It's all on you, of course. Yeah. Right. Right. I feel like he's a little bit too. Yeah. I don't know about getting him to spill his embarrassing past, huh? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, but Hibikawa, what It's half siblings. Wait, what are we? What? Okay, okay. What the hell? Oh my, but he doesn't know his dad because he was at a children's home. Oh my god. Wait, that's crazy. Wait, that's insane though, isn't it? Dream. What a crazy title of the episode. Wait, okay. They're half siblings. Yeah, they have to share a dad, obviously. It has to be on the, paternal side, right? Oh my god. No, that's crazy. Wait. So, I mean, there have to have been other women, obviously. I mean, like, has their father, Ruby and Aqua, and I guess Himekawa's father, done this before? You know what I mean? Like, I was just, like, he, I don't know, preyed on famous people in the entertainment industry or something? Well, I mean, maybe not, right? Because Himekawa, I guess we don't know anything about his parents. If he was in a children's home, and if he was in a children's home, it seems like he didn't have any connection to like famous people in the entertainment industry, right? So probably not. But then like I don't know. Because like you know what I'm saying? If their father was preying on women in the entertainment industry, right, and I was just another one of those. If Himekawa's mother was also someone like high up in the entertainment industry who was one of those people, you would think Himekawa wouldn't have been in an orphanage. You know what I mean? God, what the hell? What an insane thing to drop at the end of the episode. I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about it in the discussion. Okay, let's talk about the episode. What an absolutely insane thing for them to drop on us at the very end here, huh? Himekawa and Aqua, what does this say exactly? It was determined that there's a high possibility the individuals are half siblings who share the same biological father. God, so they are half siblings. We got brother Himekawa for Ruby too. Uh, Man, I was theorizing about it all, trying to make sense of all of this during the ending there, but okay. Problem number one with this is we just established moments before this that Himekawa lived in a children's home, right? That just it's interesting because that's kind of like that immediately made me think of how I herself was also in a children's home, right? Which I don't know if that's, I just think that's an interesting thing that they both shared, I suppose. But he probably doesn't know. He probably doesn't know who his father is, right? Like I doubt it. If the director of the play, I forget his name. God, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Don't remember his name. He's like his father, right? So he doesn't know. He doesn't know who his actual dad is. So god damn it, right? Like, and it's oh god. I mean, it just opens up so many possibilities for what their father is actually doing, I guess, right? Like, again, there is still the idea lurking in the back of my mind that their father doesn't actually have anything to do with it, right? Like, yes, Aqua's logic about it makes sense. The whole, like, oh, how could the stalker guy have known where I lived? It must have been the father. And I guess we got the scene in episode 1 of I calling and telling him where she lives now. So maybe it's just silly of me to think that it's just not their father at all. I think he really is actually involved, and that is what's going on here. And this just opens up so many possibilities because it makes me think, so like, yeah, like, has this happened before? Like, is I not the only one that something like this has happened with, right? Like, Himekawa, it's weird with Himekawa because if their father, if Aqua and Ruby's father was someone who was like getting together with like a whole bunch of people in the entertainment industry, right? And I was just one of them, then that would make you think that okay, Himekawa's mother would also be one of those people. Um, and yet he was in a children's home. But as I say that, what if, crazy idea, right? Ai's fucking dead, right? The only reason Aqua and Ruby didn't get sent to a children's home or anything is because they had Miyako to take them in, right? What if Himikawa didn't have anyone like that? What if his mother is dead, right? What if the same, like, is this a crazy thing? Like, serial killer Aqua and Ruby's father? Is this an insane theory to be going down? But what if his mother is dead? And that's why he got sent to a children's home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Did they say? Because I wasn't locked in on all of that, right? But like, what? Here, let me read this whole conversation. Was that before? When did they talk about him being at children's home? Was it? Yeah. So he comes up here. Yeah, I spent time in a children's home. That's it. That's all he says. He doesn't really explain it any deeper than that. Tendaichi, that's his name, right? Which, I mean, his parents must not be in the picture at all. Obviously, his father isn't, if it's Aqua and Ruby's father as well. That kind of makes sense to me. But so then what happened to his mother, you know? Okay, okay. Insane theory, maybe, that Aqua and Ruby's father is just like a lunatic serial killer. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but like, man, crazy, right? Crazy. What a literally insane thing that Aqua's ridiculous thing of going around and DNA testing random fucking people in the entertainment industry has actually worked. And he found, like, God, how do you think Aqua reacted upon seeing that? I mean, I guess in that scene we had with him in the bathroom with all the DNA stuff, was that him? I don't know. I don't know. I wonder how Aqua felt when he actually saw this, like, that is crazy. That is crazy. I don't know. Where are we going from here? Like, God. I guess it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense that we had to, because this was kind of like he needed to find something from this La 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 connection. I don't know where he would have gone if he hadn't found something through all of this. Because again, it's like that was his purpose for getting involved in all of this in the first place was because of the eye stuff. So, God, it makes sense. But like, I guess I feel like therefore Himekawa has to have some kind of information, right? There has to be something that Himekawa will say, right? What if Himekawa does know who his parents are? What if, like, I don't know. There's so many options. There's so many possibilities. I don't know. I don't know. Like, man, I want to watch the next episode so badly. This is like the worst cliffhanger ever, isn't it? Like, oh my God, why are you doing this to me? Like, ridiculous. Would you tell me about your dad? He doesn't have much of a reaction to it, huh? Like, Christ, it's just what an insane ending scene. Okay, to talk about the rest of the episode though. Man, what an amazing episode for Aqua. Like, I loved all of this a lot. This whole scene, God, where even is it with him? I mean, just obviously all of this is so amazing. Like, the music during all of this stuff is like incredible. They play that same track that played when, like, I was running back through all her memories with Aqua and Ruby and everything, right? She got stabbed. God, it's so sad. It's so awful, in his dream. Oh God, it's just so, man. It's like Aqua himself has been like overcomplicating it in a way, like viewing it all as like his responsibility, thinking of it as like, the way he views himself and his life and everything. It's like he doesn't even let himself think of the situation as just him being a child who lost their mother. And that's really like what it is, right? And he doesn't even let himself like view it like that, which, like, that's really what it comes down to. That's all I can think about with this scene of I waking up and how he reacts to that. God. One of my favorite parts of it is how, this whole moment here of him turning around and looking at the, shadowy figure, the weird, like, indistinct figure of himself in his previous life, right? Which it's like it's an interesting thing how it is like this weird amorphous shadowy blob. It's like this very unclear indistinct thing, right? And he looks at it and he's like, oh, you're just me, right? The me who, having been powerless and unable to do a thing, is seared by regret. It feels really powerful to me because it's like, in Aqua's head, what this weird shadowy figure has been like this, you know, this thing blaming him for everything, right? The thing that in his mind is representative of, you know, the duty and responsibility he has to uh you know, make up for the fact that he thinks he didn't, you know, that he didn't save I, that it's all his fault, that he feels this horrible guilt and regret, like survivor's guilt, you know, like literally sat there and held I's hand as she died. Just horrible, right? And I guess it's like the realization here that that's like him, right? That those feelings, where all of that comes from for him, that horrible guilt and blaming himself and everything, it's not this weird shadowy figure in his mind. It's not something that's actually coming from outside of him. No, it's his own thoughts. It's something that he is trapping himself with, right? I think that has to be such an important thing to recognize, right? Is that no one in the world blames him for what happened to I. It's just him, right? And like it's like he externalized those feelings. It's like he wanted someone to blame him for it, right? Because he feels so guilty. He feels so horrible about it. And that became the weird, shadowy, indistinct figure of like his previous life and all of that, right? But no, it's really just him. It's his own thoughts, it's his own feelings, it's something that he is putting on himself, right? Has he dealt with all of that? You know, I mean, can you ever deal with all of that? Is it ever that simple as of this episode? I mean, like, probably not, right? Of course not. You know, he's still gonna have those feelings. I can't help but, of course, wish and hope that this realization, this moment here of him looking at this and realizing this, you know, the me who having been powerless and unable to do a thing is soothed by regret, frustrated, sorrowful, like recognizing where all of those emotions come from within him, right? I could only hope that this is like a step in the right direction, right? And I really think it is. I really think it is. I hope, you know, he's not giving up on his revenge. Certainly not, right? That feels like a separate thing in a way. I think they're like very much linked to like his feelings about it and stuff. But you know, I want to say that this is definitely a step in the right direction. That he, if in some in the future, what I want for Aqua is to give up on the revenge, right? And just be able to live his life and not have this horrible like thing driving him forward. This like what feels like an excuse that he uses, I guess, to like live his life still, right? Like the way he feels like he has to use the revenge as an excuse for why he has this connection to Akane, why he's in in the entertainment industry at all. You know, I want him to do away with that and just live his life and be happy, right? Be able to find meaning in all of these things, right? Will that happen, right? Like, could he ever give up on the revenge? You know, I mean, there's the other side of it too, where it's like, yeah, if he's right, if their father really is out there, does he deserve it? Does he deserve to be hunted down and, as the weird shadowy figure puts it, to be chopped up and mashed into paste? It's like maybe, right? I mean, that's kind of some vigilante justice. I don't know if that's really, you know, it's probably let the cops handle it, but it feels like that's not really going to happen. You know, it's like not a no one's really investigating it or anything. This guy very much has kind of gotten away with it if he really is the one who organized all of it and stuff. So I get it, right? But does pursuing revenge like this, does it ever lead to good outcomes? Is there ever, you know, does it do anything but just destroy you the way it has been for Aqua? I don't know. I don't know. Like it's a hard thing to say, I guess. I guess in my mind, like, you know, I'm saying this as someone who has not experienced anything like what Aqua has experienced. I have never experienced someone I love being brutally murdered in front of me and knowing that the person who is responsible for it is still out there and receive no punishment for it. I have never experienced that, right? I hope I never do experience anything like that. So maybe I'm just speaking from ignorance here, from not having experienced that. I guess just from my point of view, I I don't know if I would be in like view it in the same way as Aqua does. I don't know if I would feel like I have to like, you know, enact this horrible revenge and all of that, right? Like I just feel like, you know, what's the point, I guess, you know? And I guess yeah, it's just an emotional thing. There's no like pragmatic purpose to it, obviously, right? Like we're talking about like torturing him to death, right? That's something that Aqua feels like he needs to do because of his rage and anger and regret and all of that involving it, right? And maybe I would be overcome by those same emotions if something like that happened to someone that I loved, right? Sure, I guess. So I guess like viewing it through like, logically it doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just pointless because it's not a logical thing, it's an emotional thing, right? I guess I'm just trying to say, like, in the future, if Aqua does give up on his revenge, I think that's a decision for him to make that is, like, purely an emotional one. I don't think in any way his revenge is some kind of, like, it's not at all focused on, like, oh, I want to, do this to, get this evil guy in jail so he can't hurt anyone else, right? I'm sure that is an excuse that people could use, right, for why they're pursuing revenge or something like that. But no, it's just purely an emotional thing for Aqua, right? And I think there's no way those emotions are like healthy, right? If that's not obvious. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just a weird thing to think about, I guess, because yeah, it's probably just something that I guess so few people would ever understand. How many people go through something horrible and traumatic like this, right? How easy would it be to just find yourself in like Aqua's shoes and wanting to pursue like revenge like this? I don't know. I can't imagine myself ever doing it. If someone murdered my entire family, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know. I don't know. What the hell would I do? I just cannot imagine myself being in that position. Like, it would be horrible and it would suck. Obviously, I just can't imagine deciding to actually go through with it and pursue revenge. I guess part of it for Aqua, like a reason why I wouldn't do it, at least I think so, hard to put myself in that position again, is like, oh, I would not, it would require me to throw away everything even more so about my life in order to just dedicate myself to pursuing revenge, right? And I guess Aqua's kind of already in that position because of the way that he views his life, like the way he thinks of his reincarnated existence as like him not deserving it and all of that stuff, right? That is part of what has pushed him to this extreme like revenge place in the first place, right? So I don't know. I don't know. I guess what all of this kind of boils down to is yes, this is very good for Aqua because I think this what all this has led to is him not hating himself as much and not viewing it, I hope, as like this thing that he has personal responsibility for, something he feels so much immense guilt over, all of that. I can't look at all of this and not feel like he like emotionally processed stuff that happened here and hopefully we'll be able to like deal with it more better in the future, right? That's all I want for him, I guess. And is that a separate thing from him pursuing revenge? Like probably, right? Probably. I suppose. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I just want the best for him. That's all I want. That's all I want. But yeah, the play wrapped up, which is like it's crazy. I don't know. I wonder. We still have. I'm pretty sure the season is 12 episodes. So we have 3 episodes left still. What are we gonna be doing? I mean, I obviously we left off on a crazy cliffhanger. So man, I don't know. I don't know. I yeah, the whole play is definitely like my favorite arc of the story for sure, right? Like these last few episodes have all been like consecutively my favorite episodes of the whole show. So, man, I mean, bravo, like absolutely incredible. It has been so good. It has been so good. Like, man, absolutely incredible. We should just go through the whole. We should just go through all the. I don't want to miss anything, right? We start with this horribly sad scene of Aqua. Look at Ruby here, right? Aqua thinking back to this stuff with I assume that's like the context here, right? It just makes me think of like what would I think if she saw Aqua now, seeing the way that he's acting up on stage, again, it's like all she wanted is just for him to be happy, right? Like that's of course that's all she would want for her children. This is another reason why I want Aqua to abandon the revenge, is just because it's not what I would have wanted for him, right? Like, oh, God, it's so sad, man. It's like we cut from that to his face now. Yeah, the whole like fight between him and Himekawa. It feels so, or him and Blade rather. Let's use a stage name here, huh? Man, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot to it. It's like it feels very much like it kind of encapsulates, like I guess, Aqua's struggle against just like life ever since I died. Just it feels like this attitude, this like horrible, like bloodthirsty, animalistic attitude, thrashing around and all of that that Aqua puts on in the play here. It feels like that's kind of what's been like right under the surface for him this entire time, right? In a way, you can say there's probably something good about him getting it all out, right? That even though in this moment he's suffering so horribly and acting in such a pained, awful way, that's probably better in a way for him, I want to say, than the way he's been engaging with his emotions for so long, which is to just be deadpan and not experience them and shut it all down, right? So, I mean, I hope, right? As horrible and as pained as it is to see, where this pain is coming from is from all of those years ago when I died, right? This isn't a new thing for him. This isn't, as horrible it is to hear him say that his method of acting has to be to hurt himself. Where that pain is coming from, it's almost like he's just letting it out. It's been under the surface. It's been within him this whole time. Yeah, yeah. Like I guess I don't know. With like horribly traumatic things like this, like what happened to I with Aqua, is it something is it something that you ever are able to like truly process? If you've gone through something terrible like that, you have like horrible PTSD, and like what Aqua said, right? Just thinking about it at all instantly brings him back to that moment with the smell and the sensation and all of that, right? Is that something you can ever like process and get through, Will Aqua ever be able to think of those horrible moments and think of I at all without like being transported back and like hyperventilating and dealing with all of that? I don't know. I don't know. Is that like possible? Like I guess there's treatment for PTSD that exists, right? I don't know if there's anything beyond just like therapy that you can do for it, but I don't know. I mean, it's just such a horrible thing, I guess, to think about. God, he's like so pained and so like, yeah, yeah. Having lost someone dear to him, Toki is consumed with rage and sorrow. Why does he appear so pitiful and pained? Like when he screams here, it's like so, oh man. It's like, yeah, yeah, just unbelievable. I really like what they did with the subtitles here for the ghostly figure of Aqua's past, kind of this representation of Aqua blaming himself, I suppose, right? Like yeah, that's all it really is. It's like undermining all of the relationships he has, all of the everything that he has as Aqua in his new life that is meaningful to him, that I want him to find meaning in so badly, right? Did you see light in Kana Arima? Do after meeting Akane Kurakawa, did you think you found someone understanding of your plight? Like just all of this stuff, right? Like him finding any kind of meaning at all, and he's not allowed to do that. He won't allow himself to do that. As the red like color, like the exact same as the blood, just like covers everything. Just uh, yeah, yeah. Enjoying love in your youth, that you want to forget it all and lead a happy life. It's so sad because those are feelings that like it's such a natural thing. Of course, that's what he wants to do. That's kind of in a way what he's been taking steps towards that in a way, of course. He's been forming these connections with people that are meaningful and that he does enjoy and that he does find happiness in. And he feels this horrible guilt over that. Like he's not allowed to do that. It's yeah, yeah, like I won't let you do that. God. Just what an amazing scene. That's not right. You're me. Just absolutely incredible. Like longing to hear his eyes voice again, just one more time. And then the darkness like envelops him. I'll make use of those feelings. Because they are his feelings, right? Which maybe that's part of the important part here, is him recognizing that as being his feelings. Because he said that, right, when he was in the like the room with the mirror, whatever you want to call that room, I guess like the dress up room or whatever, staring at his phone with I's face on it, talking about how like he can't control this guy's violent emotions or whatever. It's like he separates those from himself, right? So I guess this moment of the darkness covering him is kind of him accepting that all of those feelings, the rage and sorrow and regret, that is all him. That's not some external entity from himself, right? He has to recognize that those feelings are his own in order to process and deal with them, right? God, his face. Like, and the music that plays during all of this, it's so like sorrowful and so like, man, I don't know. And he gets defeated, right? He gets defeated by Blade, which is it's an interesting thing because the music plays during all of it. You know, Aqua putting up this grand struggle against it and all of that. It feels like so. You know, if Blade in this moment kind of represents for him that struggle against all of those feelings and such. You know, the fact that he gets defeated in the end. I guess that makes sense, you know, just like how he let himself be defeated by all of those feelings after what happened to you know, for his whole life after that moment, you know. But just like through what happens in the play, you know, he has, you know, I wakes up, right? I didn't really wake up for him and you know the what this is representative of. But in a sense, he has other people now. He has Akane, he has Kana, he has Ruby, right? He has so many people that are so meaningful to him, you know. He doesn't have to let it all be over, right? Like, yeah. How the hell did they do this effect? It's in the play, huh? Like what did this look like for the audience? He summoned lightning? Like what? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the battle's over. We talk about Princess Saya, all of this stuff. I have like conflicting feelings about this because it's so sad. Because it's like there's the obvious analogy we talked about before, how Princess Saya like taking everyone else's wounds, I guess, onto herself. It like it's representative of how I herself viewed being an idol, right? She thought of it as like, yeah, she's loving everyone else and all of that, you know. It's like, and she died for it, like literally, right? Um, it feels it's such a like a horrible way to view it, you know. I hate that. Right, that the idea that that's how it has to be, you know. Like I don't know, we kind of have a good ending here because everyone takes it back, right? That like they reject that, they don't let Princess Saya do that, you know. And I guess there was no one to do that for in a way. Like I don't know, I don't know, right? Like in episode one, there's the long, like, you know, internal stuff with like right before her death, where she talks about how she feels like so she doesn't even know herself. She doesn't know her own emotions. She doesn't know anything. It's like she lost everything about like herself completely, you know. She can't say I love you to her own children, you know. Um it's like she lost everything about herself through that process. Like she died basically, right? Even before her actual death, you know, the same way Princess Saya took everyone's wounds onto herself. That's what I did through the process of being an idol, even before her literal death, right? And I guess I just want to say that like it was possible for I to engage with it in a different way. That doesn't have to be necessary, right? That in some way, I don't want to say it's I's fault for engaging with it in that way, you know, being an idol in that sense. Maybe to be what people view as the perfect idol and all of that, that's what people expect and that's what you have to do. But maybe being the perfect idol and being all of that is just bad. Maybe that's something that as a society we shouldn't have people like that who are pushed to that point, that lose everything about themselves for that purpose, you know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just such a sad thing, I guess, because it just feels horrible, right? Like, yeah, like the just the self-sacrificial part of it, right? God, like look at Aqua's face because he knows what he's gearing up to have to do. Like, oh, man. Hmm. So they close the blade, and it brings the wounds back to everyone else. It's like, is this possible? In with like for example, would this have been possible? Is it possible for her to have found herself again, to have not lost herself completely through the process of being an idol? I don't know. I don't know how that could have worked, right? God. So the horribly sad music that brings me back to episode one begins. Time and time again, I've had a self-serving dream. Title of the episode. What if, like in some story, an expedient miracle occurred? Oh, if I could have just reawoken, could have been saved, just some kind of magical thing, you know, like her eyes open up, all the blood is just gone, you know. God. It just boils it all down and makes it all so simple, right? Like that's what this scene feels. It feels like so remarkable to me. It feels so powerful. How it just makes it all so simple. How it all just is this poor kid losing his mother. And that's it. You know, how this whole crazy revenge plot and the way Aqua feels about himself and his emotions, the way he's acted for his whole life since then, and all of that, you know, how it just all would have been so different if I just hadn't been fucking killed. Right? Like, it's just so, like, it just all spiraled into this crazy, like, when this is all we needed, you know, like, why? Why couldn't it just be this? You know, like, God, what she says, something like that would kill me. Ugh, if only, you know? God, how many times did I wish for it? For that dream that can never come true. Ugh, God. Poor Aqua. This, man. Go back to therapy, please. I hope this opens him up to that idea, you know? God, anyway, the play has wrapped. We've done it. Yuki's here. We get a little reunion with them, you know. They must they must be so happy to see Akane, you know, after because I mean it feels like the last big thing we had with them. Or the last thing that just sticks out in my mind is after Akane's whole, you know, suicide attempt and all of that. That's what this makes me think of. It was in a hallway, it was like similar to this, right? God. I was just reminded once again I still have a long way to go. Both her and Kana think that they like lost, right? That the other person outshone them so much, which God, she just starts crying. Like, come on. Um, I think that that's maybe good in a way, right? As long as both of them engage with that in like a healthy way and use it for like motivation, that's what I want. I think that's really good, right? I enjoy that a lot, rather than it being some kind of cutthroat, horrible competition that they have and all of that. That's what I really want, and I like that. Ruby has an interesting attitude in this episode. She has like this I don't know, it feels like she's being very like I guess just aware of like the skill that Akane and Kana both have. You know, she says stuff to Kana about it. It makes me wonder what like her I don't know, what I was thinking about is like she has this realization of how skilled Kana really is as an actor. I guess for one, it's probably just like her realization of how like little Kana like lets herself act like that a lot of the time, right? Also the whole like what it made me think about is like the whole idol stuff. Like, does she feel like she's holding Kana back? I don't know. I just wonder where we're going with Ruby as a character. It feels like we've never, you know, there's so much we can do with Ruby. The ending of this season, right, really makes me think about that. You know, we've talked about the ED so many times that I don't know. You know, no point in rehashing it. But I just wonder where we're going with all that. I guess you know. I wonder will her potentially naive attitude be broken? I don't know. I don't know. Kana is exhausted after the show she put on, huh? God, she's got to be so. I hope she's proud of herself. I hope she's happy that she did such a good job. Oh, we got to film a YouTube video. Yeah, Ruby says, "Senpai, you really are an actress, huh? I don't know that much about plays and stuff, but you truly are an amazing performer, aren't you?" Like, what is? I don't know. What is Ruby's like points? What is she really thinking about? I don't know. I don't know. Like comparing herself to her, maybe? Hmm. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because I guess Ruby was just faced with, you know, amazing performances from all of them, you know? Like, I wonder. Anyway, yeah, Kana says, of course, oh, she's not a true genius, right? You'll get what I mean if you see someone who's truly regarded as a genius. I'm just desperately hanging on. On stage, it's not all that hard to do as you please and pose as a genius. Everyone feels like they're posing as a genius, right? How many people are genuinely like, yeah, I'm the best actor of all time and I'm amazing? Right? No one thinks that. Everyone feels like this, right? There's no way that they don't. There's no way. The number of people who like actually have complete utter confidence in themselves to the point of calling themselves an amazing genius who can do no wrong is like five. There's five people like that out there in the whole world, all right? In every possible avenue of life. Everyone's like this. Like, come on. After all, uninhibited acting is easy to understand. What's truly difficult is, in that moment, Akane Kurokawa was a different breed. They both are just so convinced that the other was so much more amazing. God. Skills I can't imitate, an enormous stage presence, and due to that, Aqua's acting reaching the point of being uninhibited, which I think the whole Aqua stuff might be part of it too, but I don't know. I don't know. Girl, you gotta use this as motivation, right? Rather than like being down in the dumps about it, right? Come on. Come on. Ah. Hmm. It's so frustrating. It ticks me off. Mark my words. Come out on top for the pleasure, honestly. That's what I want. That is what I want. I hope. I hope. Anyway, our two big shots out here have a little talk about the play, the casting, and all of that. Hmm. We talk about for one, which is like this is a crazy thing to think about, how all of them have so much stuff going on other than just this play. Like that's crazy. I can't imagine having to like have like so many different characters you're playing at the same time and like being able to just like put on that performance for probably radically different characters for different productions, so close together. I just can't imagine it. Like that it has to be so impressive. Yeah, yeah. They all made great strides during rehearsals indeed. I want to say, we bring up the idea, yeah, them transforming who has the most potential. I want to say it's Melt, right? Because I love him. Is that okay to say? Like, I kind of want to say the real answer is in a way Aqua, because like he has been holding himself back from his ability to act for so long that if he like lets that go, then yeah, sure. But no, I want to say it's Melt. So there we go. Maybe she got herself a boyfriend. Not exactly. So he talks about this whole idea of the star quality, right? Someone like I, right? I assume the whole having the star eyes is probably part of that. We see that Akane has that. We see Kana kind of does too with her like, yeah, like this, right? Look at her eyes, huh? Yeah, star quality. I wonder if he's good at recognizing that in people. I don't really think he's even being creepy. I think he's just trying to objectively analyze it. It's the kind of thing you got to think about. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Kurakawa, for better or worse, had already been polished, delivered an interesting performance at the end. This might just be a catalyst for her growth. Besides her, I'm personally intrigued by. I don't know. I wonder. We cut to Aqua here in the middle of the next shot, so I wonder if that's what his answer was, but who knows? Who knows? I love this, right? Looking at everyone's happy expressions as they leave. Right, right. We see Abiko in a moment too. Her happy. Gotanda did a good job, right? He helped Aqua. And thus, the curtain falls on the play for now. Melt's getting to talk to these two. Thank God. She's probably fanboying over the crazy shit he did, right? Throwing the sword up in the air and catching it, kicking it up in the air and catching it, right? Like, God. Amazing. Amazing. So, yeah, Aqua in the bathroom. So, I guess this is it. I guess this was him seeing. Yeah, he got it from fucking everyone. Goa. I wonder what all the other ones say. Um, yeah, yeah. I guess this is probably him seeing it, seeing the results. Oh god, what a fucking insane thing to be faced with. On the stage of the next story, the curtain is already starting to rise. Oh god. We have this really cool credit sequence. It's very nice. It's very cool. I like the way they use the moving stage and I assume like the monitor, the way the monitor is like changing because like the curtains are like a monitor, right? Like have this really like smooth like transition between them. It's so cool. It's so cool. Very impressive. Very nice. What a cool thing. How much anime has ever existed that has had like plays like this, like all like go out? I don't know. I don't know. It was such a cool thing. It feels so like realistic, like the way they did everything. It's so cool. It's so cool. I don't know if some of the like acrobatics that the characters did with like the wires connected to them, if that's like possible, but maybe I don't know. I don't know. How does that work? Like, do the wires that are connected to them, do they just like constantly like pull up and like so that just lets you like jump really fucking high because the wires will be pulling on you constantly, and like do crazy shit. I guess. We see Aviko's reaction, Goa as well, the script that they wrote together between them. I love it. I love it. Anyway, and then the rest of this is just kind of all set up for the end of the episode, frankly. We all go out to a restaurant together. Yeah, we get these shots of like Aqua, because Aqua knows now, right? He's seen the results, so he looks at Kendaichi. Which I guess Aqua didn't know. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Aqua didn't know that Kendaichi wasn't, he was like, what's your relationship? Himekawa and him do look pretty similar. It'd be easy to think he actually is his biological father. Which case, like, this would be Aqua's guy, right? Like, oh, fuck. God. Like, I guess thank God we got all that covered before. Yeah. This is funny how Kana just wants to be with Aqua. God. And she's drunk off ginger ale. Right, right. Hmm. Toshiro Kendaichi. He's theater company La La La's leader and director. He's been with them for a long time. So I wonder, like, oh god. We're not done here. I guess we aren't done here with the investigation and stuff, right? Because I'm kind of thinking Himekawa's not going to know shit. Oh, but like, what a coincidence! You know what I'm like? What a crazy thing! There's a whole picture that we don't understand, right? There has to be, right? There's no way it's just a coincidence that Himekawa is the child of whoever I was like, who Aqua and Ruby's father that I met at La La La, and then Himekawa just happens to now be like the lead actor at La 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 all of these years later. Like, I don't know. No, whoever Himekawa's mother was had to be someone also connected to La La La, right? Like, I feel like they had to be, for all of this to happen. Because, like, why did Kindaichi end up being like essentially a foster parent to Himekawa? He's not just some random kid that he adopted for no reason, right? So no, I mean it feels like it's a situation that's like Aqua and Gotanda. So I don't know. I just really want to hear the full story. It's like so badly. Oh god. Anyway, yeah, he tells us he's been here since the beginning. Some familiar faces here, huh? Yeah, yeah. Is this that's him. That's Kendaichi right there, right? Yeah, yeah. The founding members. And I guess, I obviously wasn't a founding member. I assume whoever I was whoever I started dating, their father wasn't a founding member either. He tells us how, like, yeah, they recruit alumni, outside instructors, all that. I kind of assume, yeah, he was someone who probably joined early on, but wasn't one of the founders. Yeah, these people we got through our workshops and put on a number of performances. A mistake. I wonder what the history of all that is, huh? I don't know. I don't know. Something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But we send him off. We we go off to get drunk to get him to spill his story, but that's not the case. Although, you know what, as I'm saying all this, that Aqua might have thought that he was if he was like Himekawa's father, I guess he probably DNA tested Kendaichi too, right? So he would have already known that he wouldn't be his father, right? He must have already known that because he DNA tested like everyone, right? So yeah, I guess, man, no, Aqua already knew, I suppose, that it wasn't him. And oh god, I don't know. It's just gonna be crazy. It's just gonna be crazy. More of this. We talk some more about the whole, kind of the sad thing that all of these poor girls have to do to try and get an in the entertainment industry. Man, rough, huh? How you just have to get some random director to do you a favor and cast you. Kinda sucks. Kinda sucks. Yeah. Okay, well, we're kind of back. We've talked about all this. I suppose. Spent time in a children's home after I got out. Kendaichi-san looked after me in more ways than one, which just makes me think like Kendaichi had to have some kind of connection to whoever his parents were, right? As I'm saying were, because I'm already assuming his mother's dead or something. Because where are his parents then? Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so excited. Flawed people are good. They absorb techniques in a bid to fill what they're lacking. That's how it was with Himekawa. And it's like what he says here too, how he says there's this similarity between them, how they're both like flawed. There's this similarity in their acting and stuff. So has Himekawa experienced similar things almost? Probably not like what Aqua did with Ai exactly, but I wonder. I wonder. This is another thing where I feel like, doesn't everyone kind of feel like this? Does anyone feel like you are a perfect fit for all of society? I don't know. I feel like in some way, everyone feels like they're different in some way, deep down, you know? Hmm. Ah, the real deal indeed. It's yeah, it's all because of him, of course, naturally, right. He passes out, but Aqua wanted to talk to Himekawa. That was his real purpose. God, I wish I could like read the details on this, but for one, I can't read Japanese, and two, it's way too low res. So unlucky, I guess. I guess. 99, I'm sure it's like 99.99999, like whatever, 1 in 1 quintillion or whatever for it to not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's like for sure. So, okay. I don't know if I've ever been more excited for a next episode before. But I am like, oh god. Oh fuck. Man, I'm going to lose it. Okay. I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Episode 20, Dream, Yume. What an incredible episode. Okay. So, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.